I get that. How are you stopping? I mean, I want to go to Ram first. Do you think they're going to stop Haaland? Do you think Arsenal will keep him quiet like Milan did last night?
I mean, if Acerbi, Bastoni, and somebody else, Bisek, if they kept him quiet, then why not? I mean, Arsenal like to brag about how they got Saliba, the so-called best centre-back in the world. Not. And Gabriel won a world-class centre-back in his own right. I don't see why not they can't keep him out. They've done it a couple of times last season. However, it's different because there's something different about this Haaland, especially in the Premier League. What's he got, like 9 goals already in 4 games?
Inter Milan have got a European heritage as well. So there's always
true. That is true. That is true. European heritage does play a part. And Man City have got the know-how of winning Premier League games. And I think they would really want to bounce back from that Inter Milan game because it was a big disappointment. And no better way than to beat your title rivals at home. And I think Haaland will be a little bit upset with himself because he had a couple of chances yesterday and didn't put them away. So he would want to have a little fire in his belly. So can they do it? Of course they can. They've got really good centre-backs, no banter aside. But I don't think Haaland will let them. I think Haaland will be just as hungry to score a goal and beat them. So for me, I don't see it happening. Sorry,
best believe Erling Haaland is not going to be the one that beats us. Man City are going to have to find somebody else to beat us because our whole game plan is going to be to neutralize Erling Haaland. We've done that in the last 3 games. We've limited him to no shots in 2 games and 1 shot in another game. In the matter of 3 games, he had a total XG expected of 0.24, meaning that he had literally 1 shot on target in 3 games. If we play a similar game plan to what we did in the last couple of games, Erling Haaland is not going to be the difference between an Arsenal win or an Arsenal loss. It's going to have to be a different player. And who's going to step up? It's going to have to be Foden. It's going to have to be Kevin De Bruyne if he's there. It's going to have to be Bernardo Silva. One of those other guys are going to have to step up. And people saying football gods, I'm giving you my opinion. If you want me to sit here and twiddle my thumbs for Man City like half the other people do in this freaking league, hell no. We're going there and we're expected to shut down Erling Haaland. We're expected to shut down City in their own ground. And we're coming out of there and we're trying to be who we are, impose who we are. We're not changing because, it's Man City. No, our whole game plan on how we built this team is to stop them. So why not? Why do you guys think we're just going to come there and be like, Erling Haaland?
Egal, when you say you're going to go and be who you are, what do you mean? Run us up.
Defensively, we are one of the best teams in this world. We literally are one of the best defensive teams in football. So if Inter Milan can do what they did, I think we can replicate that. And we can definitely, with Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba, we're not going to have Rob Holding getting turned at the halfway line. But yeah, personally for me, Erling Haaland doesn't score this weekend.
I think the Champions League fixtures haven't fallen at the best time for you. City at home, you're playing a day afterwards. You got all that extra travelling, albeit it's the Giuseppe's homeland and it's not far, but it's still something.
What's the difference though? Playing Wednesday, Saturday, playing Sunday, Thursday.
Yeah, but the difference is they've got no travelling and they got a day rest. They got a day extra rest than you, and they're playing at home on the Wednesday night.
Honestly, we got to suck it up. We're in the Champions League.
I agree, and that's the mentality you need to have.
We got to suck it up. We can't be crying about fixtures. We can't be crying about referees. If on the day, I actually think Michael Oliver, who's the referee on the day, is one of the better referees in the English game. If he gives Man City a decision, we should still be able to win. Because last year they got a decision going their way in a game where a player should have been sent off and we still won. So no excuses. We're going to Italy. We're going to go win today, and then we're going to go to the Etihad and we're going to try to go win there again.
See, that's the mentality you need to have.
I like it, Egal.
If your entire fan base had that mentality, then who knows? But I think the question mark I've got to have is I don't think Foden's fully fit, and I don't think De Bruyne will play this game. So who does City play in the 10? Is it Bernardo? Is it Grealish?
Now you're talking.
Well, yeah. Sorry, just on that. So Kevin De Bruyne is set to miss the game, according to a report from the David McDonnell from the Mirror, because they don't want to. He's almost fit, but they don't want to risk him. But for me, this is where I think for City, you've got Phil Foden. I think just step straight into that role.
I don't think he's fully fit, Terry.
No, Gundogan.
Gundogan can play it. The thing is, the difference between the two teams is Arsenal lose Odegaard. There is a big drop of the person who comes in. Doesn't mean they can't win. Doesn't mean he's not good. City just have that strength. So I wouldn't be worried about KDB being there or not. Where I do agree is if they stop Haaland from scoring, I don't see who else is getting goals at Man City right now. They do look a team with all their quality. They seem to lack goal scorers right now outside of Erling Haaland. Without him, that is so. If I do agree with Egal, if they're able to stop Haaland, they've got a great chance of winning this Arsenal because I don't see who else is getting the goals.
Rodri.
Do you know what?
Rodri loves a big game goal.
Here's the thing,
Right? Been there a few years ago.
Here's the thing, yeah. The KDB thing for me, I do get it that the drop off ain't big, but what I will say is I'd argue that KDB is the best performing Man City player against Arsenal every time we play them. Apart from last season, where we didn't even let him have a shot on target last season. 2 games, no shots on target, Man City last season. But apart from last season, KDB always plays good against Arsenal. He always scores. He always assists. So him missing this game is actually quite big for Arsenal, I think, because I think Foden never really does anything against us, to be honest. I'll be real. I can't tell you a good performance
until Sunday.
Until Sunday now. But listen, I think that we will keep Haaland quiet. I think we've got enough. I think it's gonna be interesting because he is a goal machine, and right now he's on this form. But you know, sometimes where this mentality thing now, like there's this thing, there might be this mental thing now where like Saliba and Gabriel will be like, we got this guy, bruv. Every time we got this guy, and he might and Haaland might have it in his head that these guys always have me in that. And sometimes that's the shit that plays on players' minds in games. We don't know. Haaland's a beast.
Not Haaland, though. Any other striker, but not Haaland.
You say that. But so the best of the best players have always had teams where they just struggle to ever score against them. And I know he has scored against us. Let's not say he scored against us one time. Yeah, but like
twice.
Sometimes that does happen, even though they're the best of the best players. But regardless, I think we've got enough to hold them out. It's going to be tough, but I have this
against Arsenal
goal thing in my head.
So against Arsenal, Erling Haaland has played 6 games and he has 2 goals and he has 2 assists in those matches. But another stat that's worrying for this season so far, and City are going to need someone to step up. They've scored 11 goals in the league. 9 of them are by Haaland, 1 from KDB that's missing and 1 from Kovacic. That's been their issue so far this season, is that nobody else is really scoring. Even last night, Bernardo Silva, who is amazing, who is world-class, he had a great opportunity to score, air shot. You've got Savinho, who in the opening game looked really, really dangerous, but the more I watch him, the more I think, great skill, great dribbling, but where's that end product? Where is that shot bending into the top corner as opposed to going out for a goal kick or a throw-in? Doku, so much ability, so much quality, little end product. Grealish, the same. Now, one of these boys, to beat Arsenal this weekend, if Haaland's kept quiet, one of those two, maybe 2 of those players have got to, from an output perspective, go up another level. But viewers, we want your score predictions in the comments section.